personal aid, my lord, is it a matter of concern to the commission?
It is a matter of concern, but when I become Chief Justice and come to Nairobi, it will not be an issue anymore. Why? My issue of hypoglycemia is an issue, a medical issue, which everybody should pay attention to. I cannot live alone whatsoever. So when you take me to Kericho, we have a home in Nairobi and a home at Chuka. When you take me to Kericho, my spouse must accompany me. When I take any safari or any venture for the judiciary, for my employer, which is out of my station, she must accompany me on grounds which are medical. Thank God, we will be Chief Justice in so little time. And when we come to Nairobi, we shall not require any of those issues because we shall be home. The issue was when we served outside Nairobi, we will never serve Chuka. It will not work. So if you send us to Chuka and we are there and you agree that we should be at Chuka, we shall not ask for that. But in a true, it was a justice issue. This lady must follow me. Nobody is taking care of her. She has a hope to take care of. She has her own issues. She has her own interests. Why won't you compensate her as my employer? I am entitled to an aid. The only differential is that this aid is so specialized that she must be my spouse. Did I answer or?
Okay, but you have paid some allowance. Since you joined
the disability allowance, which has persons with the disability allowance, which is now 20,000 shillings, is not supposed to take care of that kind of things.
Yes.
No.
So
that one is an allowance which takes care of basics. Like if I wanted to take a taxi because of my disability, I would pay for that. If Mwangi was not there or my driver was not there and I'm not able to drive, I could hire a driver, etc., etc. It is not, there's a differential between that allowance, which is payable to everybody who is registered with the council and employed by the government or the judiciary, and the issue of aid. If you are not able to see, we would be able to get you somebody who walks you around to your place of work, to your home, and this person would have to be taken care of by your employer. It is the same situation I have. I am not able to live alone. I require somebody who must live with me. My Nazata will be dead in the next 3 days. So what happens? You are moving them out of their jurisdiction. They are home. So if you do, please take care of that because it's part of the employment contract. That is my argument.
Okay.
And I'm saying very succinctly that if it is a Chuka matter where I have a home, if it is a Nairobi matter where I have a home, I would never touch a cent on that ground.
Okay. So if we appoint you, God willing, my Lord, as Chief Justice, but we don't give you Mangi, your driver, and your personal aid, you will transfer the office of the Chief Justice to Chuka.
I am not saying that is what I'm going to do. What I am saying is that if I'm Chief Justice and in Nairobi, the issue of the aid would evaporate entirely. It would only arise if we are moving out of my station to Nanyuki to check on one or two small things, Kisumu, name it, etc., because she would accompany me and be entitled to that which goes with that. But the aid, the employment status, nothing, because she has nothing to lose.
Okay. And lastly, my Lord, this is a small matter. I've also seen another issue which you have been constantly raising is the issue of the security. And from what I saw, you wanted the judiciary to provide security for your Angata Rongai home, from, again, in Nyeri where you are working, maybe in Chuka, where you also reside sometimes. So do you want the judiciary also to provide security for your 3 places of abode? if we, as you are writing also, this is one of the documents I saw, you have been writing about that to the CRJ.
I am not sure of that one,
Yes.
but I remember I wrote on security sometimes around 2016, 2017. What had happened is that when we left for Kericho, we left our boy in the house. At the period of seeking security, the young man decided to go solo. He decided to go to hire a place for himself. So we sought security here, and we were even requested to do quarters for these people, and we did. I cannot remember the precise year. It must have been either 2017 or 2016, most likely 2017. But no security came to assist us at Ongata Rongai. So what I did was my public relations with my boy. And 1 year down the line, the place was vacant entirely. For 1 year, nobody guarded it. I thank God for that, for the security which was, divine. So the young man has gotten back. I would not require any security. If you look at my history, I am not very fanciful of issues of security. I can walk anywhere, even as Chief Justice. I have not offended anybody. I have not taken anything from anybody. If you throw a stone to me, you can only be an aggressor. That's my theory of life. I am very, very simple. Simplicity is a hallmark of my life. I have never requested for any security for Chuka. If anybody tells you that, if it is in my writing, let me look at that. I have never requested any security for Nyeri. I have never requested for any security for Kericho. I have never requested for any security for Eldoret. The few months that I lived there, about 2 years, security is not my fancy. Even as Chief Justice, it will not be an issue to me. You might want to force me into it. The government might want to force me into it, but that one we would have to negotiate. I am not insecure whatsoever.
Thank you very much, Judge.